Hello Internet, Guyinaplaguemask, and today I will be reviewing the my Lego n not GR75. I know it looks like it, but this is a Senate Blizzard class heavy frigate. So, way back when, the Croy Shipbuilding Company um, was not going through the greatest economic period they've ever had. The only thing keeping them afloat was government contracts for Retaliator class cruisers. They had previously had a bit of an Apple scheme, which is where they design a ship with a where you design something with purposefully designed to fail. An Apple scheme is where you purposely fully design something to fail in the hopes of selling an extra product or a better product for more money. What Croy had done is they designed a ship called the Rampage class cruiser, which looks like this. And sorry, hold up. This was plagued with numerous flaws. One of them being the the hangar open from the side, which allowed ships to fight enemy capital ships to fire directly into the hangar despite the heavy shielding, and it also had very poor point defense systems. They were hoping to sell a separate craft that was exclusively made for fighter screening. They were caught in this as the Rampage, which is what this is called, cruiser, was suffered 90% of the casualties in what was it? It was the conflict with the Australian Authority. So the Senate still has a couple of these around, but Croy no longer makes them, and Croy had to pay massive fines, and everybody lost a bunch of trust in Croy, and they didn't get their money back until putting this off to the side. That fell hard. Until they made this. This is one of their two products that brought Croy back in the black. This is a transport. It was originally designed only as a transport, nothing else. And the Senate actually needed a transport. The Senate military needed a dedicated transport because retaliators. I forgot to mention this in my retaliator video this year, by the way. So they can carry 10 to 20 or was like 10 to 20, was 5 or 10 squadrons. They can carry up to 10 squadrons. Each one consists of 30 people. Before the conflict with the Australian Authority, before the LTA conflict, the Senate was using a couple Retaliator cruisers would be dedicated to getting supplies to the battlefield. With this, they could have a dedicated transport ship and have a couple Retaliators escort them. And this is an extra piece because it is on a stand. So this is definitely, hopefully I don't get sued, but this is definitely based off of a GR75. I'm actually going to take a loading crane. It goes in this, yeah, like that. That's how it happens. And the bottom of this is very detailed, as you can see. I love the detailing. We got various stuff up front, and these are all crates. What happens with these is are there any of these things on like a 1x2? I don't think so. All right. So what would happen is one of these crates, one of these crates. Sorry, I'm saying this a lot. I don't know how to do this. Okay. One of these gets jettisoned from the ship. A bunch of these all get jettisoned, and inside of these are a low gravity generator at the bottom. Down here, there's a little gravity generator, so even when you're upside down, you feel like you're upright. That's how the spaceships work. So as they fall to the Earth, or whatever planet they're attacking, so they fall, they land, they open up, and tanks and a bunch tanks, men, not men, but usually it's like tanks and other vehicles get deployed. That's how they get their vehicles onto the ground. because the gunships are incapable of transporting, because they generally don't have enough gunships to transport that many men. At the back, we can see there's 4 engines, and I really hope this passes. Like it's clearly not it's clearly based off of a GR75, but I hope I can put it into the Senate without getting sued, because I really like the look of this thing. It looks very round, except for this piece up front that doesn't look round. Yeah. Yes. Another reason the Senate bought it was because it has easy customizability. Remember that whole Apple scheme I told you about earlier in the video? Oh yeah, okay. So when you putting it on the stand, always remember you have to take that. No, not the whole thing. Hold up. There we go. Okay. So the Apple scheme was Croy wanted to supply dedicated fighter screening vessels. These are transports, but the Senate also managed to put it only has like 10 or 20 heavy batteries on it. And they're also single mounts. They're not the little ball turrets that the other cruisers have. These are single mount heavy batteries. That's all it can fit. But what it can also fit is it can fit a ton of point defense turrets, which make it valuable to a ship, because if this gets overwhelmed with fighters, it's not going to be able to hold its own. So if you have these two, and these are poorly scaled. This is I'll get into scale later. This is 0.8 kilometers long, so it's actually 1/4 the length of this. But this can protect the Retaliator cruisers while the Retaliators attack other capital ships. I'll go get something for scale because I think it scales well. All right. So I'm gonna move this out of the way. This is the 2014 Lego Star Destroyer. I think this is about half the size, because this is 1.6 kilometers. This is supposed to be 0.8. I think that scale works really well. What do you guys think? Alex? Yeah. This also this is capable of destroying the Star Destroyer with its limited amount of turbo lasers. Because if you think about it, this is an Imperial 2. It only has 6 heavy turbo lasers, and then not 6, has 12 heavy turbo lasers, uh, 4 heavy ion cannons, and then a variety of other scattered weapons, which is not great weapons placement. There's also nothing on the bottom. The Senate vessels are covered everywhere with them. It's a little bit harder once you have like stuff like this underneath it, but there's still turbo lasers and there's still heavy batteries and point defense cannons down there. So I'm gonna get this big boy out of here. And that's basically it for this video. Um, it's not a whole lot to talk about unless you guys. I might go in. That's basically it. That's it for this thing. There's some windows there, kind of look cool. But this has been Guyinaplague. Okay, this is a horrible outro, guys. I'm like, if you guys have left the video already, I wouldn't blame you, because this just got horrifyingly boring at the end. I do apologize for that. Anyway, this has been Guyinaplaguemask signing out.